Away from Texas.
Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put your up on game.
And then I got an opportunity to go to Tampa, and Tony Dungy was in my life. And I had a black coach for the first time in my life. I had a black man leading the ship, pointing us this direction. And he was such a prophet.
Yeah.
I mean, he taught me that there's 5 plays in a football game that will decide this football game.
Okay.
You just don't know which 5 it is. So you have to be prepared to seize the moment for those 5 opportunities in that football game. So I lived through him and his words, and he taught me the clock management and the timeout situation. I mean, he just soaked everything into me, Brooks, Lynch, and all of us, that defense, that Tampa too. And so then I realized, one man is only one man.
Yeah.
You can break a finger.
Yeah.
But when I ball that thing up, now I got a weapon. I ball up them, now I got 10. Now it's me and my 10 teammates ready to fight.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get across to these kids, because that's what I was taught. You cannot live soft and fight hard. You must go with your brothers, hold them accountable, and now we go forward.
You're a better football player. This is how you're going to be a better father. My father's where you at? Stand up if you have a child. Players included. You got a tremendous responsibility. That's to raise a young man or a young woman. Not necessarily the way you was raised, but the way you see fit and doing the best thing for them. And that encounters sacrifices. So you all look around, get to know one another, and glean for one another. The thing that I love about this coaching staff is I would not hire them if they weren't great fathers. That's the consistency, that's the commonality that we share. And you young men, that are some of y'all are young men and you trying to raise a man. So please defer to these young men on making those decisions with your child, because your children are very important to me as well. So Todd, let's make sure we get their names, all the young men, so we can help them in any kind of way we can to help them become better fathers. Not saying that you're not, but I want you to be the best father ever. Thank you, guys.
So, you know, you wearing a couple hats. You got a friendship with Coach Prime, but now you have a son here recruited by Coach Prime. Talk about that aspect.
As a father, your kids are your life, and I would have. It's tough. It's tough for me to put it in words, man, because I've never been so vulnerable being a dad. Because everybody knows me as Goldberg, and I can, walk through a wall and headbutt, Godzilla and knock him off his feet. But this is a different hat that I'm wearing, and it's dad, and it's, it's handing over my life to Dion, who's a great friend of mine. I'm handing over my most prized possession. And I'm getting on a plane tonight, and I'm going home, as I said, kicking and screaming, but I have the faith in my heart and the knowledge in my heart that he's in the most beautiful place, both mentally and physically, for his advancement to being a man. And I would be remiss in saying that I was one of the luckiest people on the planet, knowing that this is where I'm leaving. And I can go with a smile on my face and my head held high, knowing that he's in good hands. And I would kill for that kid. And for me to have the feeling in my heart that I do right now, I'm blessed. I truly am blessed.
Coach Prime has talked about, he not only hires excellent coaches, he hires excellent fathers. That no one on the staff is a bad dad. And so when you leave your kids somewhere, you're leaving not only in the hands of great coaches, but great fathers.
And you just explained why I can leave with my head held high. Because the character of Dion goes far beyond his athletic ability. Anybody can be born, not everybody can be born running a 4.2 and being able to reach top speed within 10 yards.
Yeah.
But it takes a true special human being to have that ability and have that talent and also be a man and be a father and be a mentor and be a leader. And he's been able to do it like no one I've ever seen. And for that, the respect I have for him is unlimited. And as I said, for me to feel the door close behind me on that plane, I can do it with a lot of confidence, knowing that my son's in the right place. And I'm not talking about a place where they're gonna baby him by any means. I don't want that. I don't want anything given to him. I know he's in a place where he's gonna earn every single thing that he gets, or he ain't gonna get it. And along the way, he's gonna be taught not only how to be a good businessman, but to be a man and a father and somebody who cares. Whether you're black, green, white, Christian, Jewish, that locker room, that doesn't matter. That equals everybody out. And unlike anything else in the world but the military, that I believe, you can't get that camaraderie. And this is where my son becomes a man. And I'm happier than hell about it. It's been too damn long. Too long. Yeah, he was a freshman in Georgia when I was there. Oh, I was here.